Renovating's hard work, but with quality Samsung appliances, finishing the job is easy. Take the quiet direct drive washing machine. The motor is very quiet as it doesn't use belts or gears. And reduced vibrations means it's even more reliable. Just one example of Samsung making your life simpler. Another smart feature, the diamond drum. So gentle it prevents clothes from getting caught or damaged.
And usually it's a month of unpredictability, a bit of variability as we make the transition going into summer. A lot of storms along the way, although the coming week is looking fine. However, we have revised Sunday's temperature down from 33 back down to 27. We'll talk about that in just a moment. First, though, today 21.6 after a low of 8.1. Sitting outside at the moment of 20 degrees. Quite mild across the state as well, just 16 degrees down the southeast. Warming up to 28 degrees in Port Augusta, right up to the far northern border districts. There was a bit of rainfall, but otherwise it was a fine day all in all. 24 degrees there at Renmark. Let's take a look now at what's going across the country at the moment. High pressure giving us the fine weather. Look, tomorrow we're going to continue with a southeasterly, and there's a weak front that may generate a shower or two about the far southern coasts and ranges. Otherwise, most of the state will be fine. Pretty well stationary in the Bight at the moment, so we've got fine weather to come. However, that'll gradually make the transition to the east coast, and by, say, around Thursday going into Friday, a bit more of a northerly, warming up to the high 20s. Around the nation tomorrow, the risk of a thunderstorm in Perth, maybe Broome as well. Showers in Melbourne tomorrow. Glad it's tomorrow, not today. 16 degrees there. Fine right up the east coast until you get to Cairns, where there's some showers there at 30 degrees. Back to our state tomorrow, as I said, with the passing of that weak front going across the south, there's a chance of an isolated shower or two about the southeast. Kingscote, Victor Harbour, maybe even Murray Bridge. Many of the centres with 21, including the Murray Bridge area, Newritpa, Maitland and Clare as well. Now, today being the 1st of November, the fire danger season started for the west coast, the Flinders and the eastern and lower Eyre Peninsula. If you want all the details on restrictions, visit the CFS website, cfs.sa.gov.au. Let's go to our waters now, looking at southerly winds 5 to 10 knots, more south to southwest with the breeze 10 to 15 knots in the morning, southerly 10 knots by the evening, and seas half to 1 metre high. So for Adelaide tomorrow, a partly cloudy day. However, down for the hills and the southern suburbs, maybe the chance of a late shower or two. Looking at south to southwest winds peaking at around 30 km an hour. 10 before a top of 21 degrees. Similar top there for Elizabeth. Glenelg 10 and 19, 8 and 18 for Mount Barker, and 10 and 19 for Noarlunga. Next for the 7 days, looking at fine weather continuing right up until, in fact, Saturday is going to be nice and warm. 28 on the Friday, 33 on the Saturday. That's fairly certain. However, Sunday, remember, we were looking at 33 degrees. However, the front that's pushing through on that day, bringing the showers, looks like it'll come through a little bit earlier. So now only going for 27. The showers from there actually staying with us, but milder temperatures too. 25 Monday, 27 this time next week. So in comes the humidity. Have a good night.
Thank you, Brenton. And finally tonight, a baby orangutan rejected by her mother after birth is preparing to go on show at